off with the batshit crazy, shall we? Let's start off with Oh, I got a couple of big Finish reviews too as well. Yeah, but let's start off with absolute insane batshit crazy. Kevin Feige may be off to Lucasfilm, and Doctor Who fans know exactly who should replace him. Really? Are you going? You really going to tell me Russell T Davies? Okay, firstly, I actually think it's a good idea for Kevin Feige to go to Lucasfilm because they need to reboot, right? They need to reboot and start over. I don't know if Star Wars is savable. I think Doctor Who is. I think Star Trek is. Really, genuinely, I think, let's say, okay, you get the shit season going on this year, and then 2027, let's say the earliest it could really come back. Comes back, and I hate it's going to be this way. Well, first, it's got to be a male lead. There's got to be a male straight asexual lead who's got to be white, right? And I'm sorry, it's got to be that way, but you just got to go full on traditional at this point, right? I was always fine into colorblind casting with the Doctor, but after the disasters of the last 7 years, no. And then it's got to be good. That's really the bottom line. Right, it's got to be good, and it's got to have a great trailer that winks at itself and is fun and exciting. And the trailer needs to say, "Yeah, it's been shit for a few years, but we're back now." Right? If you work that into the dialogue. If you do that, and it's a fun experience, Doctor Who will come back. Same with Star Trek. Even James Bond. Do they fuck James Bond up? I think it'll come out. If they do a woke Bond, it's going to come out at the point of fever pitch of anti-woke, which I think is 2 to 3 years from now, right? It's going to be fever pitch anti-woke. Because, again, I think the world's going to be... I think America's going to be doing very, very well, right? And I think it's going to be very fashionable to be anti-woke, right? Very, very fashionable. And then if they make a woke Bond now, it's the worst time humanly possible. Okay. Kevin Feige's work at Marvel has been remarkable. Was it first? Ushering in the comic book studios into the conquering the cinematic realm. Yeah, and then pissed away the thing that it was that made it so successful, which was being very, very accurate to the source material. Right? Or making source material that wasn't accurate to the source material. So you go, oh, we're doing Kamala Khan. Everybody hates Kamala Khan. Even Kamala Khan. Time having 35 comic book movies to the screen, and there's other shared unions, but none have been able to achieve the heights of Kevin Feige's got at the MCU. Yeah, but it's over. Been over for a long time. Been over for about, 5-6 years? Yeah, a long time. Catherine Assembly worked wonders at Lucasfilm. She's turned everything to shit. What? She's turned literally everything to shit. Through her leadership, she has overseen several Star Wars movies and TV shows, as well as 5 Indiana Jones movies. I know, yeah, and those movies have done terribly, right? You can basically chart the rupture in reality that was a culture war from the Last Jedi, right? What? Work has been generally well received by critics and hated by fans, with The Mandalorian, not her, and The Force Awakens. Yes. How did The Rise of Skywalker do? Or whatever idiot thing they call it comic. Catherine picked by George Lucas himself to run Lucasfilms, and then she took a shit on everything. This guy's delusional. What is up with this arsehole? This guy's literally delusional. Right, genuinely delusional. Even though the news that she was stepping down has been disproven. What? I thought it wasn't. Kevin was a leading rumor to replace her. If this, Ken, this is comic resources. Literally everything it says is a lie. Doctor Who fans have already been aware of the perfect candidate replacement from Kevin Feige in the MCU. The showrunner, Tzvi Davies, is being suggested as the inspired choice to bring Marvel Studios into the future, having greatly impressed with his work on a sci-fi series. Who did he greatly impress? This is insane. I don't think I can get through all of this. Davies has created many critically acclaimed dramas. Okay. I can't read this. I'm sorry. This is too bonkers. This is too bonkers, right? It's a terrible idea on so many levels, right? And I'm sorry. Russell Davies is having way more failures than successes now. Right, it's it's an insane idea. I feel like, what? How did you come up with this idea that this would be a good idea? It's batshit crazy. I am genuinely batshit crazy is the only way I can describe it, right? Oh man, completely insane. That really is completely insane. A couple of big Finish reviews. What's this sale going on? Flash Girl, Lost Stories. Oh, yeah, I would say this. They must have a lot of stock on the Lost Stories. And why they're calling this new Cyberman one a Lost Story is beyond me. It's not. It was. I don't even think it made it to a treatment. Hello, what's going on? Why does it take so bloody long? Open this in a new tab. See if it goes in. I'm trying to see what your bloody sale is. Arseholes? No, I guess not. Lost Stories? No. Deathworld? No. It's Deathworld was the original, what they originally wanted to do for the 10th anniversary, and I'm glad they didn't. I think the Three Doctors is way better. Okay, Nightmare Fair, yes. $5, yes. Mission Magnets is awful. Paradise 5 isn't bad. Hollows of Time is awful. Leviathan is awful. Point of Entry, awful. Summon Natural, awful. The Backcross, awful. This is really good. First Doctor box set, that was great. Farewell, Great Macedonian, a really good story. Then the Fragile Arc or whatever it is. And this is also pretty good, the second Doctor one. This is disappointing. This is the unmade season 27. Essentially, it's shipwrecked by the casting of Beth Chalmers as the new companion, and she's just wrong for it. Fourth Doctor one, don't bother. It's you get to see why they didn't make Foe from the Future. It wasn't that good. The Elite is excellent, as is. I think Children of Seth is actually very good as well. And yeah, these three are excellent. Guardians of Prophecy is also pretty good. It's a great sequel to, but also by Johnny Byrne to Keeper of Traken. Right? Power Play, nah. First on Tyrants, nah. Master of Luxor, no. Rosemary's, no. Dark Planet. All these ones, you're like, oh, thank God they didn't make it. Thank God they didn't make it. Queen of Time, no. Lords of the Red Planet, no. None of these are very good. The Mega's not bad. That's pre-Tim Treloar, Third Doctor. Nightmare County was really good. Stephen Gallagher one, that was actually really excellent. Ultimate Evil, nah. That's from the season, the aborted season 23. Doomsday Contract I liked a lot. Return of the Cybermen was... This was like the first draft of Attack of the Cybermen... Not Attack of the Cybermen, of Revenge of the Cybermen. And it was before Robert Holmes got to it, and it was not very good, right? Mind of Hojak is awful. Dalek Genesis Terror didn't bother getting, neither the Ark, and neither Operation Werewolf. So there you go, that's their flash sale. But anyway, what are we up to over here? Let's go back to, when was it? I think, is it September 2024? Yeah, this is how behind I am. So I didn't buy this at first. Somebody sent me a copy that they had, and I started listening to it. And I said, if it's good, I will buy it. And I bought it. It was really quite annoying because the price had gone up by the time I bought it. I bought it because it wasn't just good. It's very, 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 very good. Right? It's really great. I really love this story. I regret not giving it more of a chance first time out. The reason I didn't give it more of a chance is because I bought the first Third Doctor and Joe Jones set, and I found it awful. I found it I found the whole set to be like the trailer that they did for the Blu-ray season 10. What is that? The one with the Sea Devils, where you have the lesbians of the deep. Like literally, you're under 3 seconds in, and you got somebody saying this, she's a lesbian. A couple saying that. I mean, like, who gives? It's a 30-second trailer. All right, it's just so painfully woke that first. So I was like, oh, there's no way you get me back. And so this came out. I'm like, nope. Once bitten, twice shy. This was fabulous, right? This was absolutely fabulous. It really genuinely worked. Firstly, I like older Katie Manning with Tim Trelaw's Third Doctor. I like his Third Doctor a lot. A lot of people don't. I think he really makes me believe I'm listening to the Third Doctor. His performance is excellent, right? In this. So this starts off, they go to a creepy house on a planet, and it doesn't make sense that it's there, and he's trying to work out what's going on. But pretty soon, it becomes first you get the setup. There's a father and a daughter who's very sick, and there's a mother as well. Again, all in this like old English house on the creepy planet in the middle of nowhere. And the daughter has some kind of like ESP abilities. There, it becomes apparent there's these like angels, she says, that are protecting them. And it's spoiler, but I think they give away the first episode for free, which gives you the spoiler. That these angels are in fact Cybermen, and they're Mondosian Cybermen, right? And the story takes a great turn after that, right? So the second and third disc takes place on Mondas, as pretty much just after the Cybermen have eradicated all life, have like converted everyone. Yeah, and I was thinking to myself, that's actually a good place to do a series like the Fall of Mondas. Yeah, they did the same thing in Judge Dredd with the Fall of Death world. The world Judge Death comes from. Because you always said, "Oh, Judge Dredd, they killed everyone on their planet." And so there's like 3 volumes. I think they may have a 4th volume by now. Beautiful artwork of these people struggling to survive as the Dark Judges take over. I think that'll be a really interesting thing to do for Mondas. So and you have that kind of vibe with it. The little girl, what's going on with her is, I don't want to spoil it. It's really creepy, really nasty, and it really works very well. The relationship she has with Joe Jones, I think, is spot on, right? Because this isn't Joe Grant. This is Joe Jones, who's had a bunch of kids and is a grandmother, and she's very naturally maternal, and she's getting like this second crack at being young again. It's essentially going on going around with the Third Doctor. And so I think this takes place shortly after Cliff dies, right? Or Cliff dies. So again, it's great seeing her as a more mature version of Joe Grant, and it is done very honestly and realistically. Nicholas Briggs directs it. And again, he gets a lot of shit, and he doesn't like me. He unfriended me on Facebook, but I like his work. I think his work is, generally speaking, always very, very solid. He does the voice of the Mondosian Cybermen, and it's again the devastation that you feel when you're on Mondas of like a post-apocalyptic destroyed society is really good. Right, that works really, really well. I think the characterization of the Doctor is also pretty much spot on in this. It's written by people I haven't seen written by Big Finish before. Well, I see the names: Stuart Pringle and Laura Mooney. Let's see if they've done anything before on Big Finish. But I recognize their names. I'm going to talk about this in a minute as well. They must have written all of I know, not all of Zygon Century. We'll talk about that in a second. What is it? The Doctor Joe Razor, always a Victorian manor house, perched impossibly in the distant storm world of Nathara Reach. Greeted by the peculiar Pepperdines, a couple frantic with worry about their ailing daughter, they discover terrible secrets hiding within the paneled walls of the gruesome paintings, gruesome wall paintings. Secrets that will bring the Doctor face to face with the most ancient and implacable enemies. Honestly, they should have really leaned into Cybermen more on the cover, like on letting people know what it is. And what's the relationship with Joe and the universe to the test again? And the cyberization of this is really good, right? It's the cyberization of the whole story of like the worldview of the Cybermen about how they think they're bringing good and peace to the world. For me, really works. It was. So this I call a home run. This was just a great piece of entertainment, delivering exactly what you wanted. A good third Doctor story with Joe Jones that feels contemporary and classic at the same time. This is exactly what they want to be doing, right? So I'm sorry I poo-pooed this and I ignored it when it came out, and because that was a mistake of mine. But as you can see, look, I just ordered it because I listened to it. I'm like, well, I can't fault it. It's not that it wasn't just not woke. It was actually genuinely good, right? Would I call this one not woke? Afraid not, right? It's not in as annoyingly in your face as woke. But here's the thing: we live in a world now where we've been in this culture war for like 7-8 years of like, and Big Finish is a terrible member of this culture war, right? They have done a lot to make this just keep going and being awful, right? They a lot of this, like I can't remember the last time there was a starship captain on Big Finish that wasn't a woman and a lesbian, right? It's just relentless, absolutely relentless. So with that, I think you've got to be very careful about you got to be very careful about what subject matter that you bring in, and if it's even tangentially woke, which it kind of there. One of the stories is, it's a real problem, right? It's a real problem. Also, I think the basic underlying idea for this series isn't that good. Frankly, it's stuff that's been really done a lot of times before, right? There's been Zygon stuff back in the in the 90s by BBV. And then you had the Zygons in the Capaldi era and in the 60s. And frankly, listen, I don't like the modern Zygons. I think the old ones are way scarier, way creepier, right? So this thing is they wanted to Zygon plan invasion over a century. And look, the bottom line is I just didn't find it that compelling, and it kind of got weaker as it went along. So much so that I, again, somebody sent me this and I'm not buying it, and I'm certainly not going to get the second box set, right? The story lost my interest, right? It wasn't strong enough to maintain my interest. So the basic underlying idea is a century-long Zygon plan to do some kind of nefarious invasion. And again, I just feel like we've seen this so many times before. So I'm a bit bored by it, frankly. So you have 3 stories, and they go for 3 different viable stories, which is a good idea. Jonathan Barnes, I think, is the script editor, and he really is a very good writer. Like he really knows what he's doing. So where are we up to? So the first one is set in 1901, The Unknown Mirror. This is the best story by far, right? This is This is what Jonathan Barnes is very, very good at doing, making Edwardian, or Victorian in this case, Edwardian, interesting paranormal investigators, right? When he finished off one of his runs on Sherlock Holmes, they had a very old Sherlock Holmes working for sort of British X-Files in the 1930s or 20s or something, and that was really cool, right? So this is the same sort of thing. He's got Father Felix Cromwell and Herbert Scott. They have to deal with the case of possession, and of course it's Zygon stuff, infiltrating, doing Zygon-y things, which. I don't want to spoil it, but it's the best thing on the box set, and I would say it's slightly above mostly harmless, right? It's an interest. Like, I'll listen to it if it's on Radio 4 or whatever, right? I wouldn't recommend paying for it. The second story is the one where it goes off the rails, and I don't think it does so maliciously, which is what makes it so sad. It's this is written by Laura Mooney and Stuart Pingle, who did the Quintessence, and it's a story. It's like there's a tradition of Cornish stories, which they're Cornish coastline stories, which they're trying to do a version of. So essentially, you have this guy whose wife is gone. You think he's a widower. You're not sure. And this woman washes up, essentially. And she doesn't, and she's very otherworldly. She's obviously a Zygon, right? She's a Zygon on the run from Zygons, right? And so she ends up like being this guy's surrogate wife. And it's all well and good at the beginning. And then it goes off the rails because it turns out that he's an evil, toxic man. He's an evil, toxic man, and his wife isn't dead, but she ran from him because he's abusive, and his father's abusive, and he's abusive Christian, and it's not a bad story. It's not bad done, but again, I can't listen to any more denigration of traditional family units of masculine. I just can't. I'm so over it, right? It's like, don't have any more industrialist presidents either who are evil, right? It's so boring at this point. The third story is a real swing and a miss, and I thought it'd be a lot more fun than it was. Double Agent. So this is an attempt by Trevor Baxter, who great talent. I like him a lot. To do a very traditional 1950s James Bond story with the second Doctor dropped into it as they try and work out more. You have MI5 trying to work out what's going on with these Zygons on a remote Cornish island. And you think it's going to be a lot better than it is. It doesn't really work, sadly. Like the second Doctor just feels kind of shoehorned into it. And I do like Michael Trouser's take on the second Doctor. I like his second Doctor box sets a lot. Here he just feels like he's shoehorned into it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The second Doctor, I think, is best to do a like 1950s, 1960s spy pastiche. Maybe that. Or if you're going to do 1970s, do John Pertwee. But I think the second Doctor really is, he feels very 60s, right? He fits very, even this is 57, he fits very thematically into that, but it just doesn't really gel, sadly. So this one is not around. I mean, for $30, I'll just not recommend right there anyway. I mean, honestly, this should be $9.99. It's really not worth whatever it was they're putting on sale for. Sadly, right? Sadly, I would like to be more supportive, but I do my best. Big Finish, right? I'm doing my best. I'll remind you, Big Finish. You're the numbskulls that decided to do this. I talked about it yesterday. Oh my God, the wokest shit ever. Leave us alone with it, right? Look, here's an interesting thing to point out. This is the 20 worst episodes of Doctor Who. It's only revival. But okay, that makes it even worse, right? Because 75% of these are Jodie and After, right? And the other 25% are pretty bad as well. But like Rogue, I would have put that higher up. It was awful, right? It's in. This is a reader survey, and it's in the bottom 20, right? And this is the one you held up as the great one of your season. Dr. Whittaker and the Wardrobe, I think Rogue is worse, but okay. And yeah, I hear it's a bit shit. Empire of Death, what a letdown. What an insane letdown. Ghost Monument, I think one of Jodie's better episodes. I think Jodie's better episodes can fit into on your finger. There'll be Power of the Doctor, Eve of the Daleks. I think this one. I think that's it. And whenever she's on screen, it'll be awful. Sleep No More. Yeah, it didn't really work. Once Upon Time, again, it was just awful, right? It was just awful. Survival of the Flux, awful. Love of Monsters gets a lot. Hey, I love Love of Monsters. In the Forest of Night is legitimately shit. But again, it's the opposite of a Jodie episode, where Jodie episodes, sometimes you have a not a bad episode, but you have Jodie in it, makes it unwatchable. This is a unwatchable episode with Capaldi in it that makes it not bad. Weirdly enough, again, it's him interacting with children is great. Can you hear me? I wish we didn't, right? And she just never looks like the Doctor. The Vanquishers. I mean, like this was like the stronger end of Jodie. Space Babies. Fuck me. He thought that was going to be huge, didn't he? Rusty Davies. He thought that everyone's going to love that. It's a baby. Oh, fuck me. We all hated it. Timeless Children. Oh, Abomination. Praxius, Gay Abomination, which is apparently in the same way I would say the War Games set up the idea of the Doctor working with the military. Praxius set up gay Doctor Who, queer Doctor Who. Arachnids in the UK, that face says it all. Fear Her, I don't think it's as bad as that, but Sonundra Conundrum is. Battle of Ranscott of Coloss. Legend of the Sea Devils and Orphan 55. Do you see how strongly woke Doctor Who is represented there? Right? It's not good. That's not a sign that you're doing very well. Right? It's not a sign that you're doing very well at all. What else we got to look at? Jodie Whittaker sent Doctor Who's successor forward warning in WhatsApp. Oh, God. And the forward warning is shoot is a shit ton on WhatsApp ahead of him taking the role. Why would you why would you get advice on the absolute worst person to play Doctor Who? In an interview at the time, she shared advice she gave to 32-year-old Shooty. I can't believe my time is over. I know it lasted forever as me, darling, as well. I'm absolutely increasing and we're all enjoy. Would it end? Oh, no, there was dancing in the street. We didn't know it was going to be shit as well, what was going to follow you. We thought it was going to be good again. But there was dancing in the streets. Even though it was my choice. It was my choice after they fired me. I felt like I give myself 20 paper cuts. Oh, I keep up. I loved it so much. Then why were you so shit at it? But oh my God, those lines are so hard to learn. Sometimes I'll just say, tickle me megabyte modem instead, and it'll just be fine. Nobody notices. Oh, I keep them. By the way, her new show, Toxic Town, is doing gangbusters on Netflix. So just goes to show you, even Jodie Whittaker can pull together a career somehow. Let's look at the greatest sickness named OCAS. So this is insane. This is a insane release reacting to Donald Trump becoming president again, leading into paranoid fantasy. And again, generally speaking, I find people who have this worldview fall in two groups. One, they are very, very subscribed to a fake universe, right? That curated universe that legacy media and social media would often collude to create, right? That untrue universe, right? Where Donald Trump praised neo-Nazis, right, and said they're good people on both sides, right? That kind of fake universe, that anything that would validate their insane worldview. How about Trump's cabinet ladies? Man, that'll be a great thumbnails. That'll be a great set of cards. Anyway, where was I at? Right, yeah. So they're very sort of that, and I would say they're about maybe a quarter that way, maybe a third. Not they're the minority. Most are just stick stone stupid. Now, the quarter to a third who are sane, it's always they're caught in some kind of emotional manipulation. Like always, right? If you're a college educated woman, you will be manipulated into thinking Donald Trump is super Hitler, right? Unless you're that is Julia Hartley Bro's problem, right? And also, she exactly the same way she also thinks that Putin is also Hitler. Now, don't get me wrong. And the fact I got to say is every time I mention Putin's name is insane. But Putin's a very bad man. He's killed people before, personally. He's almost certainly tortured people before, like personally. He's a very bad man, right? I don't think he's insane, and I think he has an agenda that wanting to protect and support the economy of his country. I think that's important to him, right? And they need Black Sea access to do that. Then that's just reality, right? There's a lot of history to the Ukraine conflict. It's not black and white at all. I'm of the opinion that NATO maybe even deliberately provoked this conflict. I don't know. It's either deliberately or stupidly. But again, it's far from black and white whatsoever. And you know, there's no way of getting him out of Sevastopol, right? There's no way of getting out Crimea and Donbass. Like he before that happened, if he faced a real threat of that happening, he would use his nuclear arsenal, right? And he would use it against us, against you in England. Use it against Europe, right? But I think England would be a target. And also, to achieve the goal, kicking him out, you're all going to have to conscript armies. Because the style of warfare he has, apparently, and again, I'm not bloody expert, I just listen to stuff and I agree with some, I don't agree with others. What was that? Oh man, I totally lost my train. Now, and the more I try and think of it, the more it unravels in front of me. Like, what was that happened to? Donald Trump, fake universe. They live in that fake universe. It's almost because some kind of like emotional baggage, like college-educated women, gay men, very susceptible, right? Or very not, like P.D. Richard, obviously not, right? But they're definitely, more often than not, when I meet a gay person, they think Donald Trump's pure evil. Right, and I think they just, they bought into. I look at Putin. I was talking about Putin, right? Yeah, no, I think he wants to have Black Sea access and like a stable economy. I don't think he wants to invade England, right? I don't think he wants that anymore. I think he wants to have that, and he wants to have peace and open trade, right? And us all be able to make money off each other. That's really what I think he wants. I don't see the logic in wanting to invade where a NATO country. He also doesn't want a NATO Ukraine. Quite understandably, that's the rules we live by too, right? UK is basically supposed to be a buffer zone, as far as I understand. That's why it's so bloody corrupt. Anyway, yeah, they just stick so stupid, right? Generally speaking, they see things as complex as He-Man versus Skeletor. They can't think more than that. They really are dumb, right? And so Big Finish brings you something by people that dumb. Capitalism business ended, but utopia may not be all it seems in a brand new political setup. Political setup? Are you fucking stupid, Big Finish? Really? That's worked out well for you so far, has it? Really? Many political sound coming April 25 for Big Finish Productions. You fucking morons. Big Finish. We love destroying our brand. And they do. They do. So again, when you work out what the actual story is, it's even more hilarious. Greed was the disease. ACAS is the revolution is the cure. Pilot. Showcasing a plethora of talent new to be finished. OCAS is an original full cast audio drama created by Theo X, Charles Kirby, and Andrew Kevin Thorne. Well, you got talent like that. Of course you want to snap them up. I get that. Who the fuck are they? Well, okay, maybe they got a great idea. I don't know. Maybe I'm bigot. Maybe I got an idea. OCAS is set in years following an anti-capitalist revolution. So he's basically saying, just like now, we have a capitalist revolution. Trump has won. Oh no, we're going to 100 years of darkness. And this is after that. The socialists are overthrowing the evil capitalists because he's a fucking moron who's never had a job. Who's not married, doesn't have kids, doesn't have any responsibilities, hasn't tidied his room, and all that is true, right? You know all that is true. Oh, fuck me. So can it get any worse? Oh, yes, it can. Listen to this bullshit. OCS is following an anti-capitalist revolution and follows Leo, Arun Blair Magnat. So West End hit and Juliet. Okay. Documentary maker, oh, fuck me, means he's got no talent, who seeks to uncover the truth about the new society he lives in. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's his character. How boring. The vice is also the diverse cast. Alice Ross. Who's Alice Ross from Last Light? As Leo's sound recorder's friend Jamie. And Nana. Do you have pictures of these people? Please have pictures. I beg you, please have pictures of your diverse cast. No, fine, I'll just look it up. This is the star, isn't it? Oh, he was pretty diverse. Diverse and gay. Oh, yeah. Really? Is there anybody who's not diverse and gay? Really? Yeah. I don't think they're that diverse. I think they're all gay. I don't think you got many reform voters there. Oh, it's a lady. Oh, so diverse. They got a lady. Because ladies are always ignored. Oh, he's got a lady. She looks pretty diverse. Oh, another lady. And she's not white. Oh, it's so diverse. Oh, God, please more. Right, mate, and this is Diane Pinkerton from Les Mis. So these are she's in Wheel of Time. Blimey, that you're willing to say that publicly is I wouldn't do that, darling. Let's see more of the diverse cast, be diverse. Oh, icky thumb. Oh, another lady. So it's two white ladies, a gay a gay trans guy. Oh, another lady. They have so many ladies. Oh, it's so diverse. Icky, we couldn't get Jodie in. Really? Apparently it's doing very well with a new drama on Netflix. Go figure, right? The world just gets weirder and weirder, doesn't it? The pilot episode, OCA, what does OCAS stand for? Is available pre-order now for just $3.99. I wouldn't buy it if you're paying me $3.99. Are you fucking joking? $3.99 and the tranny will give you a hand job. Really, 100%. There's only 3 of you. It won't take you long. You can do 2 at once. Greed is a sickness. In the mid-21st century, the country has changed following a populist revolution because socialism is so popular. Yeah, every country that's enacted it, all their people run screaming and try and get to America. Get me out of here! It doesn't sound very populist. You shoot people for leaving. People are so fucking stupid. Oh, it hurts my head how fucking stupid they are. And just adding this to your company, it taints your brand. Public evolution, which has brought down the entire system of government, society, because it was tainted by the evil orange man Trump. Society now aims to be more compassionate and equitable. Oh, fuck me! What? You want to put Christians in concentration camps? Yes! More compassionate and equitable. We want to put anybody who believes in God in a concentration camp and kill them. Okay. And that's more compassionate and equitable. Well, it will be for the people left. Okay, I guess that. Fucking hell. Poverty is a distant memory. Public services are properly funded. Separation between haves and have not is a thing of the past. Fucking hell. And like every word I read, it actually gets worse, doesn't it? Like, why would you put... I mean, I'm glad they did put this on the cover, but why would you tell anybody? Making a documentary... oh, no, listen. Those responsible for the collapse of the old world, people who abandon moral principles in pursuit of wealth and power, oh, the evil orange man, have all been diagnosed with a disorder, obsessive capital accumulation syndrome, OCA. Oh, fuck me. Protection much? Like, I honestly, you're all fucking nuts, mate. Oh, God. One of the people who got incensed at me liking Donald Trump on Facebook. So very quickly came out as being trans. I'm like, okay, fine. But like, well, I eventually do reply because I don't know I'm going to. But like, why is it so important to them that I believe, or I say I believe, or I say their worldview's real? Right? I think Moses went up Mount Sinai several thousand years ago and met with God and brought down two massive stone cubes, which then got smashed when he saw people having an orgy around a giant golden calf. That's what I believe. I couldn't give a fuck if you think it's stupid or not. I couldn't give a fuck if you believe it. I believe that. Why? Because you know what? And you know what? It doesn't bother me that what you think, because I don't care. I still believe it. I think when you say I have to believe it too, and we got to like have everybody else say this is real, it's because you don't believe it, right? Oh God. So yeah, there's a lot of projection going on. Yes, all you people are fucking crazy, out your fucking minds. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you have you have TDS. Right? They've been removed from society to undergo treatment of rehabilitation. And without them, the nation will flourish. Oh, fuck me. So your idea was basically put everybody you don't like in concentration camp. That's literally what you said. For making everything more equitable. And that's literally what you said. Oh, make a documentary to commemorate the anniversary of May 33. Leo interviews those who were at the center of events 20 years before. But he scratches the surface of a new regime. He finds the official history doesn't tell all. Britain may not strive to be better for everyone, but utopia comes at a price. I couldn't fucking care. Oh, God. Daisy Ashford guest stars in it. And so David Mahoney and Barry Aid. I guess that's why they're being made. Producer Lizzie Butcher says, ACOS is a new and exciting piece of for Big Finish, unlike anything we've done before. It's scarily topical. It's not at all. It's only topical in that it highlights how fucking crazy you are. Right? There's 2 years. 2 years, this is over completely. A year from now, the Trump will be credited with ending 2 wars and a booming economy. Right? And there's going to be major hiccups before we get to a booming economy. But he will be credited with ending 2 wars, destroying Hamas, reshaping the Middle East, right? And that's in a year, all right? And creating a booming economy. 2 years from now, it's going to be so embarrassing to be woke. It's going to be so embarrassing to admit you're woke. It's over beyond over. And you're fucking insane. Having a modern society showcase some great new acting and writing talent. Where? Where are you hiding them? Yeah, they wrote something great, but we tend to take a piss on it and do our bullshit instead. I'm very much looking for big Finnish fans listening, and I hope this will be the beginning of a successful series. God, I hope it isn't. Right, Theorex explains the inspiration for OCAS came during the discussion we had about the ever-widening gap between the rich and the poor. Yeah, try getting a job, Theo. Right? Who's Theo X? Try getting a job. Theo X. Who are you? And I can't even find out who you are. He's a music artist? Oh, God. So you know nothing about the world, then? Okay, who is Theo X? Who... Oh, this is... he's probably bankrolling it. Is it a music artist? Who's this? I have no idea. No idea who he is. None whatsoever. I hope it's not him. No, it's not him. Whatever. Body billionaires hoarding their wealth in tax havens while the poorest in society huddle in food banks and warm banks. Yeah, that's your Labour government. I get it. You should be. Your only hope of getting out of this is going reform. Honestly, it's your only way out, and it's not even the best way out. Trump is actually breaking that up right now. That's what the sacking of USAID is, right? Where'd you get that? They don't have money and have it in tax. Where'd you get the thing they get the money from? From you. They've been stealing it from government for years. This was years before the cost of living crisis. Well, no, 2000 was great, mate. We started to wonder, what if greed was actually a sickness that you could be diagnosed with? So we conceived OCAS. Around time people were talking about TDS, perhaps, maybe? We also began to posit that what could happen if things got worse and society became totally segregated between billionaires and those on the... It already is segregated between those, right? Revolution will be inevitable, wouldn't... Oh, God, this guy's a moron. The pub prices are fixed for one time only and guaranteed no later than May 30 or 20. No, I'm never getting it. Oh my god, that's a bit agonizing, isn't it? Right? Now, somebody told me that what was it? Human Frontier got delayed again. Not the Buman. Human Frontier. Yeah, one second. So this first one of these came out. I really loved it a lot. 5 years ago. Literally 5 years ago. So this was going to be the second one. That was a freebie they gave it. Another freebie they gave out. There, Human Frontier 2. Has been pushed back another year. Why? But anyway, listen, I really like the first series. But another year, really? That's a bit crazy, mate. That is a bit crazy. Has it been recorded yet? I guess it hasn't been recorded yet, and I guess they can't afford it. I hope they make it. I already bought it. I do hope they make it. Anyway, let's have a look if there's any new Doctor Who news. Doctor Who, the TARDIS. Oh look, real Doctor Who. Oh, and a guy in a bowler hat. Doctor Who canon is historically flexible. These are 8 contradictions that hard to... Okay, let's have a look. What was this from? It was from 5 hours ago. I bet that... Sort by date. No. Well, Doctor Who theory brings back a controversial trope. Not really. Has the new Doctor achieved that Mr. Flood can travel in time? I would look, but who this looks interesting. One sec. Where are we up to? Let's look at these Doctor Who fans notoriously flexible. 10th planet, 10th Doctor still pretending to be John Smith. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Okay, it was number 8. Wait, we're going to explain it? Doctor Who forgets the Doctor's ability frequently, but it all comes up on the fly. Simply, the titular character has a quirk solution to a problem. One of the most hated examples is in The Family of Blood, when the Doctor confronts the family while still pretending to be John Smith. However, the whole point of him using the chameleon arts was that the family could sniff him out. Well, maybe he masters pheromone or something. Oh, shut up. And then they actually visit ventriloquism and all that. Who cares? John Smith is comfortable with one heart working, but it's still... Clara says she saw 11 faces. Yes, exactly! Exactly, because that's all there were. Yes. 15 Doctor hasn't had kids yet. Yeah, again, nothing makes sense. Donna No reacting to Saxon's master. Yeah, well, no, they put a thing in so she passed out. 11th, 12th Doctor both took River to Duralium. Did they? You never saw who it was, I thought. Last Night is an amazing Doctor Who story that doesn't happen on TV, but it serves a brilliant DVD mini episode. I don't remember that. Every time I watch it, I always am surprised that Stephen Moffat decides to set up the heartbreaking events to lead up to the death of the Doctor's wife in a mini episode. However, Moffat appears to forget the 11th Doctor takes River to the delirium on the last night, when the 12th Doctor does the exact same thing. Susan creates the name TARDIS, and well, again, you don't know she didn't. She might have been there at the origins of the creation of the TARDIS. All right. TARDIS stands for some relative dimension in space. Okay, what contradicts that? However, a Gallifreyan version of Clara Oswald, you know she's Gallifreyan, in Name of the Doctor suggests otherwise. It's worth noting that Gallifreyan may use the word TARDIS because her original self is familiar. Again, you don't know that Susan wasn't involved in the creation of the TARDIS, of the technology. 10th Doctor alters timelines by causing the downfall of... yeah, we do know that. That's what causes the rest. Okay, that was a dumb article. There's no other website described other than a dumbass article. Fucking moron. Rebecca Sargent, don't write anything else on Doctor Who, idiot. Let's see what culture has to offer us. 10 missing some things you need to know. Okay, let's have a look. I'll buy it, right? I'll buy it. Just because I like Anita Dobson, frankly. Maybe she's Meet the Beat. She knows what a TARDIS is and loves to break the fourth wall, but did she really murder Meep? Did she? What? I don't know. What, is that Meep's hide, you're saying? She picked up the Master's tooth. I don't think they're going to pick up from that. I do think he was laying seeds for later. You know, and the Master in the toy maker, the whole thing was stupid. Again, everything that happened post-Capaldi isn't canon. It doesn't really matter, is the bottom line. We learn the toy maker fought the Master and imprisoned him in his precious shiny gold tooth. Following the toy maker's defeat, the tooth was retrieved from the unit helipad by a very well-manicured hand, which happened to be floating on the side. Yes, it was just repeating its fucking itself. You want to say it's Mrs. Flood? Who knows? Who cares? Maybe she's the one who picked it up. It could be. I just don't think that much thought has been put into it. She's one of the pantheon of gods. Yeah, again, I hate this pantheon thing. Actually sounded like it could have been really good, but it's like, I don't care. You know, so the bit we've seen so far has been, well, the one from the Session Toymaker was great. But yeah, it's not one of that's from the original series. Jinx Monsoon was shit. Oh god, so bad. Right? Sutek was shit. All right, or the doggy Sutek thing you made was shit. All right, wasn't frightening in the slightest. Right, it really they had that cliffhanger had no weight to it at all because you just didn't give a shit. Was the bottom line. You just genuinely, I don't care. Don't care. Oh, look. I mean, and you knew it's just going to be sold easily. Wait. Lots of Man Believe Mythos has to be another one of Rusty Davies's God entities. Yeah, I know. So, and I think she probably is. Could either be one that one's mentioned by, was it Harriet Arbinger in, I don't even remember. And how did you not know Harriet Arbinger wasn't Harbinger? Oh, God. Okay, and Sutek, oh, God, it's also shit. Contenders include God of Spite, God of Disaster, together with the God, with the children doubt, with her children Doubt and Dread. The unnamed gods of Skin, Shame. We don't want to see the God of Skin. Fuck off. And Shame, we want that one to come back at there. Unless the God of Shame is to make you not ashamed of being a pervert. Right? Yeah, no, you should be ashamed of being a pervert. And Seekers of 3 4. Mrs. Flood could consider to be any one of those, although it's most obvious it would be the biblical connotation, thinking of Noah's Ark. What about Doubt and Dread? I don't care. I don't care. Harbinger. Like, again, I forgot every time I open this, it's more annoying. A front door leads to the Time Hotel. Could be. That's actually, I doubt they would do that because that sounds quite good. All right, that does sound quite good, but it sounds too clever. Yeah, it sounds way too clever for this series. She isn't a villain. Well, that's the thing. We don't really know what she is, and I think she is a villain. Sure, we're getting dust by Sutek. She told Sherry Tunter he had such plans, and that presumably is now back in the unit, but she also called the Doctor a very clever boy, and now with his journey will end in absolute terror. Okay. What, did he see the ratings? Not sure how that might. Not sure. Now, sure, a lot of that might seem ominous. Okay, fine. She's saying, whatever. Okay, maybe she's not shit. She's linked to Trickster. Very probably. That's very, very probably, right? I'm surprised the Trickster hasn't come back yet. Trickster was that's more from Sarah James, but that was a good villain. All right, that villain should have been in Doctor Who. That was actually a bit. I would have liked the Trickster versus any of the modern Doctors would have been good. Harriet escaped. Her bike zoomed under the Dalek saucer into a helicarrier of Miss Fatch's collection, a cable of billionaires. And far away, the Trickster smiled as another piece of his long game fell in place. That's the story for another time. #Subwave Network. Okay. Which one's Harriet? She was the Prime Minister, right? Okay. She's the Doctor's mother. Yeah, look, the Doctor has certainly, Drosy has certainly toyed with that before, but that was kind of a shit element of the, what's his name? The Tenant regeneration. That one was supposed to be a mother, but didn't make any sense. I mean, honestly, it seemed like Rusty Davies was going off the ball at the end of his first run. She's one of the Guardians, could be. I don't know. She had a bit more malevolent. I don't think she's a Guardian. She's the God of Stories. I mean, she's certainly been good. I've really enjoyed seeing. I really enjoy seeing her. What's her name? Anita Dobson. Whenever I see her, and she's having a lot of fun with the role. I think she's very very well cast in it. But like again, we'll find out when we find out. And given the given the source material, so given the history of everything's production, it's probably going to be a massive disappointment. Right? Remember, like, who is Ruby Sunday's mother? Oh, nobody. She's a pre-Hartnell doctor. Oh, that's probably true, because that sounds the shittest. Right? That sounds the absolute shittest. So that's probably exactly what it is, right? Yeah. It's like absolutely stupid. And they shouldn't do it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. That's the most likely one so far. She killed Meep. Why? Because she had that's made out Meep's fur. Could be. That can find that's kind of common. That feels like it'll be something Rusty Davies would do. As well as Romana and the White Guardian, Mr. Fur Coat invoked a certain furry fugitive encounter the 14th Doctor. Well, what wisdom would chapter made cosplayers meet? Well, knowing Meet's boss was also Rogue's employer. Oh, God. Is yet to be confirmed. But what if we assumed it was a big space cartel leader and they actually bought... what if it was actually Mrs. Flood who... So I don't care. I think we did point out why this show is really not doing well. 10 Doctor Who mysteries with the worst possible answers. Well, that sounds kind of interesting. Let's see what they've got to say. But why doesn't this have any pictures? 13 Doctor Thobots. Well, okay, yes. Chris Chibnall can't write. We are aware Chris Chibnall cannot write. Yeah, well, why would you expect it to... Why this face? What, Capaldi? Well, what was the reason? It was tying to the fires of Pompeii, where it was trying to remind him, I think, to have compassion. But basically because they wanted to cast Peter Capaldi. Right? Let's go about the girl who died. It's probably the full bit underwhelming. Later dies from a strain using the whatever. 12 Doctors angry and guilty. But when it hits him, he chose his face or seceded because it reminded him of always trying to save people. Yeah, I think the 11th Doctor was concerned that he was going to go off the rails or something. There's something going on with that. Again, why are you surprised? Right? Why are you surprised? Everything written in this era is useless. Notice they don't have anything from Classic, right? That's really what I'm here for. What's going on with Trenzalore? What's the problem with it? That he Doctor lives there and grows old and dies? It makes sense that Matt Smith's leaving. Moffat wanted to wrap up the Trenzalore, but before the new Doctor took over. But it's been a rumor that the time of the Doctor was something of a last-minute rush job, which was little more than a scuttlebutt, and would explain why Trenzalore Mystery wasn't included. Apparently, Trenzalore was supposed to be a whole season, right? You're supposed to see him age over a whole season. That sounds like something Stephen Moffat would totally do. And the whole season would have been set on Trenzalore, which I think would have been really, really cool. But Matt Smith wanted to move on, I think very rightly. Who's inside the vault? The mask? That wasn't so bad. That really wasn't so bad. Who is the Doctor's daughter? How's that mystery? They explained that as she arrived, right? Her role was first broken with a few months before the episode, giving fans enough time for feverish speculation. The hype for the Doctor's daughter came from Screeching Hope before it was opening credit. Oh, shut up. That's fine. That's fine. What's the deal with the Valley art? It was an aspect of the Doctor they pulled out between the 13th and final regeneration, right? So I think as he's regenerating, it's like he's warping into lots of different people and could become that Doctor. And they pulled him out in that millisecond. But hold on, but Decker's on. Could bioregeneration now provide an answer? No, bioregeneration, nothing. It's shit. Go away. Who is Ruby's mother? Yes, that's the point we've been bloody making over and over and over and over again. Yeah, it was shit, baby. It was shit. Most obvious Doctor plot twist. Is this also going to be from Current Who? Give me 1 second. I'm going to open a new window. I mean, really, they're not having a good track record over here, are they? What's up with them? Did River kill Song? Did River Song kill? No. Wait, what's this again? No, but again, that was a very good. Was that obvious to you that it was a robot spaceship with teeny tiny people in it to impersonating the Matt Smith Doctor? How is that an obvious plot twist? Okay, in Flesh and Stone, it's revealed the Doctor that Riverson was locked up in the storm cage for the Newman murder, and the Doctor, killed a man, a good man, right? But she didn't really. At the end of Flesh and Stone, River sort of comes clean and tells him that the murder victim was the best man she ever known. I can't say it, blah, blah, blah. Despite how many times we paused the Impossible Astronaut to see beneath the visor, we knew deep down that it was always going to be River Song. It's arguable that one of the reasons season 6 is so frustrating is because it layers of mystery upon mystery. If the Doctor was confirmed as River Song's victim from the off, the more drama could have made. No, but the whole point, it wasn't him that was killed. It was like that. It was like a spaceship that could like change its. It was like a robot with tiny people in it, right? It was that she didn't kill the Doctor. She just looked like she killed the Doctor. That was kind of the point, wasn't it? This is the same fucking thing. Doctor using the telescope to escape assassination. Are you stupid? Who wrote this? Mark Donaldson, what the fuck's wrong with you? No, the plot twist was that she didn't kill the Doctor because of number 9. And how was this obvious? Oh, yeah, sorry. The Doctor, no, I was there at the time. We didn't know. Nobody had any idea what it was. We were speculating the Daleks. No one had any idea. I was there. Right? And there was tons of speculation what could be inside them. Or did we know the Daleks were coming? Did we know that? I can't remember if we knew the Daleks was going to be. Oh no, yeah, the unmistakable effects of the Dalek Death Blaster. Basically, once you've seen that, it doesn't make a genius work out. Yeah, the Daleks being it, but we didn't know the Daleks were in the sphere. I'm sorry, no. Well, it's obvious. It was a Genesis arc. What? That's not the Salamander. That's the Doctor. Well, that's kind of how they played it back. That's how television played it back then. And yeah, I know, but this is when it was more of a kid show, right? It was just kind of being cute. Oh, this is just dumb. Clara Oswald being brought back to life. How is that an obvious plot twist? It made no sense, as it happens as well. Right, that she went off flying out in that other TARDIS. Like, how is she still alive? Right, it should break reality. How is it an obvious plot twist? Nagging out back class rate was apparently confirmed in Doctor Who Magazine 493, which featured last orders for Clara. Right, nobody believed the second that the waiter's costume was going to be tied to the cover headline, but it meant that Clara would be back for a final episode, and she was. How is that an obvious plot to do? So Gilliam Estrab is the master. Not really. I was too young. I didn't do anagrams at the time. That's a really bad anagram. So Charles Master. That's so bad. It's such a bad anagram. All of it was really oh god. Like the biggest plot twist was Jodie Whittaker was shit as Doctor Who. God, look at I love it. Look at Jodie Whittaker trying to think. I mean, like, really? She really looks dumb there, doesn't she? See how dumb she looks. Duh! Oh, Keithump. I'm the doctor, mate. Duh. Fuck me. Yeah, of course she was surprised about it. It was Jodie fucking Whittaker. Vampire Venice really being aliens. How was that an obvious plot twist? They've had supernatural shit in Doctor Who before. I mean, and again, it was just like it wasn't a plot twist. That was the answer to the mystery of what they were. Okay, this is a really dumb article. Fuck me. Kate Stewart isn't a Zygon. I couldn't even remember back there. Which one's this one? Zygon and base Zygon, but I don't remember. What is this? The Clara one? Mr. Brigadier. Never like Kate Stewart. Meet the Beat being evil. Okay, fine. One plot twist. Okay, one obvious plot twist. Let's go back through them. All right, it's Kate Stewart isn't a Zygon. I can't even remember that one, so I can't comment. No. I mean, yes, but it doesn't count. No. Wasn't a plot twist. No. Equals obvious. Yes, but I'll give this one a pass. But let's say 2. 2 out. I'll give him that one. That's an obvious plot twist. No, that wasn't obvious. Oh yeah, and 1 and 2, neither was obvious. No. 2, possibly 3 out of 10. And that's very, very bad. Right? That's a very bad ratio. You're not doing well with that ratio. Okay? That's very, very bad. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.